Welcome to the
Jackman, I'm going to have to stop you right there.
Oh,
actually,
my
because
goodness.
we already have a super chat.
We do. Tell me about who is it?
Ken Terminated gave $5 and says, "Guys, thank you for inviting Tony Gunn." And my laptop is still playing music.
Yeah, it sure was.
Thank you for inviting Tony Gunn last week. I'm still laughing my butt off when Tony got annoyed by my super chat. Was that the real Tony?
We'll never know.
Two things.
We'll never tell.
Actually, we didn't invite him. No, number one.
True.
No.
Number one, he forced his way in here, forcible entry, B&E, breaking and entering. Number one. Number two, that was the real Tony Gunn. And if you want to hear more from the real Tony Gunn, on our website, on our podcast, the OVW Podcast, you can hear her whole interview with Tony Gunn. And then you can really hear the real Tony Gunn, Ken Terminated.
That is the unofficial podcast of Ohio Valley Wrestling, by the way.
That's right. We're already getting one in early.
Yep.
Can I start from the beginning now? Anything else to take care of?
Let's
take it from the top.
Ken Terminated, thank you. Welcome to episode 24 of the OVW Fan Zone Live, where fans talk back. My name is Jackman Oaks.
And I'm Brian Hines. And right now, tonight, our thoughts are with Central Florida as Hurricane Milton rolls through the area. If you are God help you if you're in that area. And if you are in that area and tuning in, our thoughts and prayers are with you.
And hopefully everyone you know is safe. Hopefully you are safe. And we've said this before, as with anything like this, do your research and give in a way, if you can, give in a way that makes sense to you.
Yes, please do.
And, you know, it can be so hard these days when it feels like this is happening all the time, but this is still affecting some of the same people but new people every single time it happens. Just because it's a news story doesn't mean it goes away.
That's true, unfortunately, yes.
And let's talk about how much OVW gave right here at the top last week, because during Rise last week, there was a whole bunch of stuff given to support Helene victims.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate that within a week we find ourselves right back here asking for help and wishing people good luck throughout their struggles. But we will try to get through the rest of the show
and we're going to entertain you folks
on a much higher note,
yes.
not such a dour note. As has already been shown, Tiny Brian is the voice of our chat. He will interrupt us anytime that there's a super chat. So if you have a question, a burning question for us or a burning comment for us, a super chat goes straight to the top, as has been shown by this evening. Otherwise, Tiny Brian, tag him at OVW Podcast, and he will collect all of your questions, comments, concerns, complaints, all that type of stuff for us toward the end of the show.
Have already captured a couple.
Great.
The chat room is busy this
Good
morning,
deal.
this
We
evening,
love to hear
and we
that.
love to see it.
We love to hear that.
Is my mic, am I sounding good? Because I don't have anything in my headphones.
I think you sound good, baby.
Let's turn Brian's headphones up and maybe turn his mic up a little bit. I think he's a little low compared to Jack.
I don't know. Am I even here?
You are. I see you.
It's been
sounds-
weird here lately.
That does sound much better.
I had a dream earlier, and I mean, I hadn't been sleeping well, and I went home and took a nap, and I had a dream that I was like really into making like new age music, and I was married to Connie Selica, but I was on a
Who's
different
that?
show, and I had a co-host, and like her voice was giving people like fits and seizures and stuff, and then I woke up, and then I came here. It was
Did you
weird.
go to a horror movie? That feels like like The Siren.
No, I didn't.
That's Shalance.
I just went home and took a nap after work.
Do you eat anything funny?
I had most of a Papa John's pizza throughout the course of the day.
That'll do it every
Yeah.
time. That'll
Okay.
do it every time. All right, let's get into the OVW tour update here.
Okay,
my friend.
Let's see. A lot of it has been cleared, but I'm sure that there will be new events added. But right now, we've got HawkCon in Pikeville, Kentucky on October 26th.
That's going to be a whole day of fun. You can check the OVW webpage, but they put out a whole list of activities today. So
Well, good.
face painting, Halloween kind of stuff. It's basically a Halloween carnival.
Ooh, that's my favorite. I don't know if you can tell, but I like the Halloweens.
He does.
Yeah.
Seconded only by Christmas.
Yes, that's true. We also have OVW Hell Night at Hot Point Davis Arena, and that is October 31st. That is the name of the weekly show for the 31st is Hell Night?
Yeah, the
Cool.
Rise is called Hell Night. You guys, we were there last year. You will remember Hell Night is when we spin the wheel to make the deal.
Oh, that's one of my favorite nights. That was a good one. I can't wait for that one.
We're all WCW guys in here, so that one we like that one
Yeah.
quite a bit.
It's right up there
I'm
with
excited.
It's right up there with Spin the Choice if you know about Spin the Choice.
And a lot of the OVW fans come in costume for that.
Oh, yeah.
We will be among them this year. I already have my costume. Oh, yeah. I'm going to get me some Slim Jims. Yeah. So
now,
salty.
Listen here. He's got that costume. I've seen it in person.
Yeah.
Hey.
You got
it? It appears as though there's some...
Oh, look at that. Look who has joined
Yeah.
I'm a little scared not to
It appears as though the revolution has taken over the chat.
Hang on,
One Dalton McKenzie.
I don't have. Let me see if I can. The revolution.
Fascism. Rage Against the Machine.
So yeah, we will be talking about Dalton and AJZ, the tag team known as the Revolution, tomorrow, later on in the show during predictions. They are in action tomorrow.
And this is usually the part of the show where I would say, Dalton McKenzie, pleasure to have you in the chat, but I'll leave that up to somebody else if that's the way they feel. No takers? Got it.
I'm happy to see you. I mean, we
We're
go back.
happy to see you.
We go back a long way.
You go way back, but with me, Dalton, I only know him as this guy that I tried to root for, and then he ends up in the Revolution, the most dastardly cunning place. So, I know you got your past love for Dalton, but
Sure.
to me, he's just a member of the Revolution.
I understand, but we go back further than that. I mean, we've we had work parties, and there was cake and things. So
this is true. This is all true. You knew him before he was a wrestler.
Correct.
And you said to him at some point, have you ever thought about becoming a wrestler?
I believe we did have that conversation at some point, yes.
And you've never, I don't mean that you've ever taken credit for his wrestling.
No.
But it is ironic that you see this guy who is wrestler size. You are a wrestling fan. You say, do you want to be a wrestler? And now it all kind of comes full circle as we're doing this.
Hey. I don't know if you're paying attention to the chat, but Ed Payer says the revolution will come to a stop, and Dalton McKenzie also says to tell that dork to my left to shut up. So that I'm assuming that would be you.
Heard.
Okay.
From the editorial perspective, that does track.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't agree with everything Dalton does, but that statement definitely tracks.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
dork, loudmouth.
Yeah. We also know that we have we also know when our next OVW pay-per-view is going to be. Gentlemen.
That is November 2nd, correct?
Yes.
This has been a topic of conversation. If I can speak, I don't want Dalton to get upset.
Yeah.
This has been a topic of conversation, not only here but on our podcast, and it's nice to have a final date, a date set in stone for the next OVW pay-per-view, because it's been. Well, I mean, I guess Fight Night, but that was not at Davis Arena. It's been a long time since we've been to Davis Arena on a Saturday night.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. It's spooky season, and this is 2 days after Hell Night, so we're going to be right in the middle of all the spooky, festive wrestling things.
It feels like OVW loves Halloween more than just about anything. Just sort of the fans, the locker room, the office, everywhere seems to love Halloween.
I appreciate that.
Halloween has kind of become like the truest American holiday, like recently, because it is like it's the only one with no religious background. It's the only one. It's fun. It's not mean. It doesn't cause arguments. You're not with people you dislike. I think Halloween has become like the most American holiday in a lot of ways.
It's like goth Christmas.
Yeah. No. Essentially, yes.
Pretty much.
It is slightly warmer goth Christmas. I'm dreaming of a vampire bat.
So usually if you're OVW related, you only get to hear Tiny Brian sing at weddings. But now if you're OVW related, you get to hear him here right on our show. I guess it should be said as we're wrapping up this conversation, unless, I'm sorry, I don't mean to.
I don't think I have anything else to add right this second, but you never know.
The only thing that I had to add was every Thursday at Hot Point Davis Arena, we've got another pay-per-view, and all of your tickets can be found at
OVWTix.com.
That's TIX, baby. Up next is where we make our bread and butter, the funnest thing that we do every week. Chat, get ready. Give us chat. You know you love this part of it, too. It's our predictions up next.
Wait, before you do that.
Oh.
I do have. We're going to go to break.
Okay.
I actually have a job for you guys. I need you guys very quickly to change your clothes, the both of you. Do your hair differently and then do it differently again, and run down to the basement for me.
Hold on, I gotta
look.
I've gotta unshave really quick.
Let your squeeze some more hair.
I was afraid of this.
Yeah, so I need some cords. I need some board stretchers. I need
some filters.
Yeah, I need
some ridiculous nonsense.
rooters.
Yeah,
I need some stingle bolts,
like a sky hook.
Yes.
Okay.
So while we go to break,
and as I said last week, if I had known it was going to go this way,
some elbows.
I might have worn a different shirt, but.
Oh, some elbow grease.
Some elbow grease.
Okay.
Yeah, they're big buckets of elbow grease. So go down there and get that. We'll go to break.
Have you ever heard our coworker Danny's story about elbow grease, by the way?
I don't think I have.
It's disgusting.
We'll save that for later.
But no, one thing first, before we forget, because it's something that we talked about earlier.
Yes.
There's a couple of birthdays.
That's correct.
True, yes.
Let's go ahead and talk about those right now.
I know for me, our boss, one of our bosses here, Jess, it's her birthday today, and she watches every week. So
does she really?
She does. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So hello,
thank
Jess,
you and happy birthday.
And happy birthday. And then I know that you.
Yes, we have another birthday in the OVW Podcast family. Happy unofficial birthday to Isabella Anderson, who turns 9 today.
That's right. Happy birthday, Isabella.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, I did a wonderful interview with her at the Manchester, and she will be at Davis Arena tomorrow night because the one thing she wanted for her birthday was for her dad to take her to OVW on Thursday. So we will all be in attendance tomorrow, and we'll see you right after this break.
You always open the door for me. It's so gross down here, dude.
Nah, man, it's creepy as hell. I hate it down here.
It's so wet, disgusting.
Gives me the creeps.
No clue, dude.
I want to say that we needed like
Microphone wires,
paper towels,
cables.
I
I don't listen to him most of the time when he talks, to be honest.
I don't know. I'm sure we'll know when we see it.
It's so disgusting down there, dude.
So what kind of cables was it? It was mic cables, right?
Are those the small ones or those the big ones?
I don't know. He didn't really say. He just said go down and get the things. The things I told you earlier.
Hey, Brian.
Hey.
Have you seen how cool this shirt is?
I see that.
You know, we have a whole TeePublic shop that sells these.
I did not know that, no.
We do, yes. And we have links in all of our social media about it. You can get this or you can get the unofficial.
You can get this or you can get that.
That is absolutely true.
I'm Sarah and I'm with the OVW Fan Zone.
I'm Christian and I'm with the OVW Fan Zone.
Dream a reality and attend the world-famous Harvard of Pro Wrestling. The OVW Academy with Al Snow, the birthplace of legends including Batista, John Cena, Randy Orton, The Miz, and many more. Will you be the next name added to that impressive list? Visit OVWacademy.com and apply now.
I'm Keith and I'm in the OVW Fan Zone.
I'm
take a moment to express my deepest gratitude. Without you, there is no OVW. Without your passion, your energy, your unwavering support, there is no us. There's no talent, no production. Without you, there's no OVW. Thank you for being the driving force behind everything we do. The unsung heroes of our saga. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you, OVW fans. We can't do it without you.
Hey, it's Boys of the Valley, Eric Cornish, and I'm in the OVW Fan Zone.
Welcome back to the OVW Fan Zone Live, the OVW Fan Zone Live, Jesus Christ, where fans talk back. My name is Jack Minogues.
And I'm Brian Hines. How's
Sorry.
everybody doing tonight?
I didn't mean to invoke the name of the Savior, but I get frustrated when I can't speak correctly.
It is PG-13, so
You're right, that one.
Jesus is allowed here. Come on
hey,
now.
hey. Jesus is just all right with me.
That's the Doobies?
We good?
Is that the Doobies?
I think so, yeah.
Prior to Michael.
Yeah.
Why don't we go to the
predictions?
Oh, it's everywhere.
Oh.
What?
So they can't see us at all?
No, yeah, when we go
Okay,
to,
so let's go to the predictions. Actually, Malachi, let me get one more.
That is a high shot. Are you guys okay?
Let's go to the predictions.
I don't know. We haven't seen it yet. We're like on a 20-second delay or something.
Okay.
All right, let's start.
We got a new liner, and we really enjoyed it. We really enjoyed it.
Wow, boy, we sure do. Look at us. We're flame broiled.
Thank you, Malachi.
We're a Burger King commercial. Hey, look at that. I like that.
Oh, I like that. Whew, this
Yeah.
looks good.
Okay.
One more time, Malachi. One more time. This is it. I promise. This is it. Predictions.
There it is.
Oh, man. All right. Tiny Brian, take us away. Take us away, please.
All right. We're into so much nonsense tonight. I think we all had.
We got an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the other show. Actually, we also have an hour here.
We do.
But,
Yeah, see?
So-
it all works out.
last time, you guys had your predictions were, as far as correct predictions, it was 8-7 in favor of B. Hines.
Okay.
As far as incorrect predictions, it is 4-4 tied.
Okay.
As you guys began to predict this week. So let's get into it. First of all, you guys predicted J-Rod versus Sophia. Jackman, you took Sophia.
I did.
You did. Unfortunately, she did not manage to pull that victory out. However, Hines, you took J-Rod. You sided with the Revolution, and you reaped the benefits in the form of, I need like a ding. I need a ding and an eh.
We have the buttons in the other room that make the noises, the dings and the boyoings and the whatever it is.
Random machine gun noises. Yeah.
We need to give PS a soundboard so he can hook us up with the zany sound effects.
He's been asking to do that for weeks.
I second
I've
this.
just not done that.
I would.
I'd like to just take a second and say, Sophia Rose, I'm sorry.
Oh,
but
please welcome the most successful man in the OVW Fan Zone live chat room, Carson Drake.
Carson,
whoa,
welcome.
wow.
Carson, welcome. It is
welcome.
We know you're so busy at your vacation home.
I appreciate your compliments on my my style of clothing.
Is he talking about you there?
Yeah, he's talking about me. And I'm not surprised because last year for Halloween I went as Captain Lou, so that tracks.
And you might see Captain Lou with one of his more iconic
proteges, or managers.
No, opponents. In a few weeks. Once I get this wig in.
Yeah, we'll see.
And the high heels.
And I forgot those already, actually.
Oh, of course you do.
I really do. I did kind of hit on 19 with Sophia. I did kind of go for bust on that one.
You really did. J-Rod is proving to be a strong competitor here in the OVW.
Yes, she is.
Then our second match is Tiffany Nieves versus Angelica Risk, which is the end of the #1 contenders tourney.
Right.
Brian, I'm unfortunate. I have to say this time that you did bank Tiffany Nieves, and unfortunately, she was not able to pull this out. So
I'm hurt.
I mean, it happens to the best of us.
I know.
Jackman, you did correctly predict Angelica Risk as the winner here, so you take a green point here.
I think it was the right choice.
Amnesty Battle Royal, it's a solid push because the man who won it, Will Austin, was not even listed to be in the battle.
Yeah.
So no way you could have predicted that winner, so we're just going to scrub it. Let's see, the heavyweight championship match, Donovan Cecil versus Cash Flow. Behind you went with your heart here. And predicted Donovan Cecil.
I still believe in you, Donovan.
Well, you are the originator of Year of the Mammoth.
Yes.
So, and I think you should hold on to that, but you did not manage to take the point here.
That's okay.
Cash is a tough opponent.
And
no shame in losing.
Nobody ever went broke back in Cash Flow,
That's
as
true.
Jackman Oaks here has learned this evening as he gets the points.
Eric Cornish is also in the chat, by the way.
Look at this.
Wow.
Look at
That's
all
awesome
the
because he is a
luminaries.
really good guy.
He is one of my favorite
He
guys.
is. He's such a good guy.
We're just happy to have this place where we can bring the fans and the superstars of OVW into a common area, here, like the chat. So thank you not only
you guys,
the superstars of OVW, but to our loyal chat members that are here every week. We love you guys.
Have you guys? We'll save it for the feedback portion. I'm going to copy a thing. All right.
Wait, feedback. Are you talking about the garage band that's practicing behind us?
No.
Okay.
If you guys, let us know if you can hear that band faintly in the background. They are in the storage
At
unit.
first, we were kind of annoyed, but they've actually gotten really good over the last 6 months.
Believe
I want
it
to
or
go.
not, they sound good now.
Yeah, I want to drop these headphones and go find these guys and just have them play subtly under us for the rest of the evening. But
I don't think that drummer could count to 4 at the beginning of this whole project they got going on.
And I don't think there's anything quiet about him either. So,
yeah. Yeah, if you hear the band, put it in the chat room. We want to know.
OVW TV Jungle Gyms is the best. That is correct. I love Jungle Gyms.
Hold that. We'll talk about that during the feedback.
Make guesses. Make guesses in the chat about what song they're playing if you can hear them. That's what I would like.
Also, make your guesses as we get into tonight's predictions. But let's wind up where you stand after last week. Brian, you are both actually tied for correct predictions, 9 each. 9-9.
Number 9.
And
number 9.
As far as taking the L, Brian, you are one ahead as it is 6-5 currently.
I've been throwing.
So when the dust settles, that means what?
I don't know yet. We're still the Finnish people have not actually sent me the consequences portion of the rule sheet. So
okay, so I'm going to have to rattle some cages and make some international phone calls because if your Finnish connections haven't come through on this, I'll have my people call my international people.
Remember when we first started
I'm playing?
The podcast and we were weirdly hot in Finland?
Yeah, that's how they first got in touch with us.
Yeah, that was a strange time.
Why do you think that is?
Let's get into this week's Rise predictions. And we start this week.
Wait. Did you say predictions?
Malik, I was right with you. There goes the thing.
Love you, PS. Love you, bro.
Let's start out with Hollywood Haley J versus J-Rod. I am excited for this match.
Battle of the megastars in OVW. J-Rod is kind of the new face, but she's been dominant the entire time that she's been there. Hollywood Haley J, a lot of argument to be made that that the Davis Arena is the house that Hollywood Haley J built in recent memory. Mm-hmm. So, let's start with you. Where are you going? What you got?
I kind of feel like this has gone on enough, and I think Hollywood Haley J is going to put an end to J-Rod's reign as women's champion. Soccer rocks.
Do we think this is it's not really, doesn't really say on the thing.
We don't know whether it's a title match?
No, I assume it's not a title match. Let's operate.
Oh,
under that assumption.
Well, if it's not a title match, I still say she wins based on the premise that it's not a title match, and that's good for TV watching.
All right, Brian.
Do they have 2 microphones now and a girl?
They seem to have 2 voices.
Apparently,
they have a girl now.
2 microphones, a girl, and there's a party.
I shouldn't say, but
I think I saw a goat in the hallway.
Based on these guys' choices of songs over the last year or so, I didn't think that they knew women, much less knew enough to speak to them to join their musical project. So I'm just surprised. Anyway, I'm actually going to go Hollywood Haley J here too because I'm feeling frisky.
We will put a mark right there to signify to myself later that in the notes, that's who I picked. So there's that.
Okay. All right. Now I feel like you're accusing me of cheating. I would never do such a thing. The finish would never allow it.
Don't feed the trolls.
Okay.
Only I'm allowed to do that.
So, Jackman, what was your prediction?
I'm taking Hollywood Haley J as well.
Oh, wow. Okay. I love it when the hosting team is united.
I don't know how we're going to get there, but I feel good about it.
Wait. It appears as though Eric Cornish is letting us know that there's a black light and lava lamps in the backstage area of OVW right now.
Well,
I 100% support
know.
that. I 100% support that because I'm also a fan of black lights and lava lamps. So there you go.
All right, let's move on to match numero dos. Which is Crystal White versus Angelica Risk. So this is your number one contender versus the Beaches and Cream's personal valet. What do you guys think?
Crystal, thanks for coming.
All right.
I feel like there's got to be some angle as to why she's going to wrestle Angelica after Angelica won the number one contenders tournament, but it's going to be Angelica for sure.
I think that we'll see something post-match. I don't even want this to go down as the predictions, but yeah, I think that we're having a match to get to an angle, not having an angle to get to a match.
I kind of feel like maybe it won't even be a finished match. Like somebody's going to come in, perhaps Beaches and Cream. Perhaps they will bring the Ready Whip. Perhaps one Chris Runyon in the front row will receive an additional serving 3 weeks in a row. We'll see. That's my prediction.
Can I get a bonus prediction for J-Rod on commentary for this match?
Yep.
That seems for the Crystal White and Angelica Risk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I believe that is a reasonable notion, Mr. Oates.
Yeah, I'm trying to win the superfecta bet over here.
Yeah, if only you could actually sports bet on this sort of thing.
You can. Not OVW. Oh yeah. You have to.
Oh yeah. I have done that on pay-per-views where they have like the free pools and stuff.
Yeah. Well, you can put your real money down. You have to put a significant amount of money in it to even make $1. But
you can, but I'm not gonna.
Me neither.
Although I did pick 12 out of 13 on one pay-per-view, and I think I won like $1.85 once.
Hey, that's not bad.
There you go, kids.
It's not bad.
All right, fun. Let's move on to our
and not kids, please. 21 and over.
21 and over. Yes, with proper ID.
With proper ID.
Let's move on to our big vengeance match of the night, as we see the Fanny Pack Kid Cal Hero and Cash Flow taking on the Revolution in the form of Star Rider, Tony Gunn, and OVW Heavyweight Champion, newly crowned Heavyweight Champion, Mount Kadeem. I guess I should mention Star Rider's the Rush Champion, Tony Gunn's the Media Champion as well. And they are accompanied to the ring by the Radio Champion, Shannon the Dude.
It's like the small, medium, and large of championships.
It really is, and they're all in that one match, taking on Cash Flow and Cal Hero. Gentlemen, what say you?
So small, medium, and large.
Yeah.
I'll go out here and I'll say they'll be joined by a third partner.
Oh, you think there'll be somebody else show up?
And that third partner will be Dustin Jackson.
Okay, interesting.
Well, I guess he's already on the card tonight, but he was on the card for. I guess they really do want to get this Ryan Von Rocket, Dustin Jackson thing in.
You can't stop the Rock, so
I think they'll have a third person come out. I'll retract Dustin Jackson, even though I would love for it to be him. But I do think they'll have a third person come out. I do think the Revolution will win.
All right. A little complicated to note, but I can make that happen. Brian, what say you?
So can I get this camera up here?
Yes, let's give him his camera.
Okay. I'm going to break it down for you.
Kill the poster.
I'm waiting to see myself on the feed over here.
It'll be a couple seconds.
Okay, so last week, Cal Hero had a match, And we didn't know what Doug Basham had in store, Leather Daddy Doug. And it turned out to be Star Rider, who was a surprise. And as far as the referee goes, we were expecting local referee and known slow counter Daniel Spencer. And we ended up with Shotgun Tony Gunn. So I definitely agree with Jackman in terms of surprises for this match. As it stands, if it's 3-on-2, Revolution all the way. If there is a player to be named later, I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens tomorrow. But I feel like after losing last week to Mount Kadim, I feel like Cash has something to prove. And I know Cal's fired up, so
Always.
I'm not going to underestimate them. I'm going to go with them this time.
So I actually... What if see how you like this? See how you like this. What if it wasn't one person that joined Cashflow and Cal Hero? It was two.
Ooh.
Okay.
And it was Beaches and Cream.
That would be pretty cool.
And then they would have, in this scenario, they would have the numbers game and they would win the match.
Well, in theory, yes, that would be true, but
I'm still taking the Revolution winning. But just for food of thought, toward this babyface journey that they're making, wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, that would be great.
To see Beaches and Cream come out?
There'd be a big pop for that.
For sure.
I'd be excited.
OVW TV, and I don't know how much credence we put in the person who's actually manning the OVW account as we speak. They think that they suggest Sylvester Stallone will be the third man.
As long as he doesn't sing, yes.
Is he known to sing?
Have you ever seen Rhinestone?
No.
Don't.
Now I have to.
No, actually, it's pretty good. I liked it.
I'm
I'm just saying.
Like from the 70s?
No,
that's
from the
Rhinestone
80s.
It's Rhinestone Cowboy?
No, it's
that's-
Rhinestone. It's Sylvester Stallone
And that's
Dolly
Urban
Parton.
Cowboy.
Oh, I remember that. That
Yeah.
is a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should watch that.
It's
Dolly in
a forgotten 80s classic.
I do think it's on the DVD set that I have of Dolly Parton movies with like Best Little Whorehouse in Texas on it. So I do think.
Oh,
I
yeah,
do
it would
think I
definitely
have,
be
I
on
do
that.
think I
Yeah.
have it on DVD.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a staple growing up in the Oaks house. Well, the Embry household. Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. I didn't know that was a maligned career until basically probably school age. Whenever I was told to not.
So young Jackman thought that was something to grow up and want to be because this movie was pretty cool.
Burt Reynolds in it, yes, definitely.
Well, yeah, but by that token, you could also want to grow up and be the Bandit, and every guy growing up in the 70s and 80s wanted to be the Bandit. So
it was so weird to be because my family is from Colorado, and the whole point of Smokey and the Bandit is Coors, and I was like, we just have this everywhere
all the time. I don't see what the big deal is.
Predictions.
Dun dun dun.
Woo. Is that what? Moving forward.
Do we have the things?
No.
Are we ready?
Moving forward here.
Oh, well, no, we need to give you a button so you can just trigger it, I guess. All right, so, yes, we have, hang on. I have
like the weatherman?
Jackman winning. Brian, do we have a firm prediction on this match?
Team OVW.
All right.
Cash, Cal, and a player to be named later.
I like it.
I love your spirit.
Coming back for revenge.
Love a little vengeance. All right, then let's move on to another match that's going to be close to Mr. Hines' heart. In the year of the Mammoth, this is the Mammoth Donovan Cecil versus the Indian Lion Mahabali Shira.
So the question is it the year of the Mammoth or is it the match of the Lion, right? The night of the Lion.
Crouching Mammoth, Hidden Lion. I don't know. It's a tough call. On one hand, I got a really cool shirt from Donovan, but then on the other hand, Shira hooked me up with a pretty sweet trucker hat. So
if you want any sort of
merchandise,
or if you want people to shout out your merchandise on this show, just give it to Brian Hines. He will predict that you're correct if you have better merchandise, and he will also tell everybody about how cool your merchandise is.
So he is open to bribes.
Open to bribes.
That's what we've learned
Open
tonight.
No, I would like to use the term advertising consideration paid for by the following. It's just like I get to wear your merch and then talk about how cool you are and stuff like that.
You're getting lobbied, essentially.
Yeah, I lobbied. Okay, that's fine.
So Shira or Donovan?
I mean, Donovan put on a hell of a show last week, and I know he's fired up, and I believe in you. I'm going with the Mammoth. And now we're listening to Frog Stomp by Silverchair Cover Band on WLEX.
That really shows you how young. I'm trying to figure out, are these guys 16 or are they 34?
There's really no
or 45.
They got to be in their late 30s, early 40s
to be doing Silverchair.
They did Suspicious Minds though.
Ooh,
they're a bar band.
Yeah,
they're a wedding cover band.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
So Roller One Kenobi thinks it's Shira.
I also think it's Shira.
Tasali thinks, I think that's how it's pronounced, says that
she returns.
She returns.
Might be Shali, but when I see TS, I sometimes think it's the T is silent. But
so I'm going to assume nobody's hearing the band because nobody's put in the chat that they can hear it.
Other than Sally, she said
you
that
mentioned
she loves Silverchair.
So
I did. So
I too love Silverchair.
No points for that.
Nah, they're fine.
We should have a mic in the hallway so we can just kind of like fade in.
We should get them in. We should get them in one day.
We should, but for now we should just put a mic in the hallway so we can kind of have them playing underneath us the whole time.
I take Shira in case that wasn't noted.
All right. Yeah, I had already sort of went over there because I had a feeling that's what you were going to do. The final of our matches that we know before we get to the appearances is the one that we have mentioned previously. They've been trying to do this since about 1987. Ryan Von Rocket versus Dustin Jackson.
So this one's hard, kind of because of what you just mentioned. We've seen it advertised a couple of times.
Yeah.
But we haven't got to see it yet, and so obviously plans have changed. And we've seen both of these people since it's been advertised, but plans have changed, and things have changed. Things have been moving around. The first time this match was advertised, I think I took Ryan Von Rocket. I don't know if I feel the same way now. I think I'll take Dustin Jackson.
Interesting. Brian?
So I'm looking at the graphic. Is that the graphic from this week?
It is.
Yes.
So Ryan Von Rocket has returned from the shop. The Terminator eye has been fixed.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, as much as I know Dustin Jackson's going to put up a fight, I'm going with Ryan Von Rocket because you can't stop The Rock.
Roller One Kenobi.
And he has that vinyl, too.
Yeah.
That's a dope name for Ryan.
Yeah.
Dope name, Ryan Von Rocket. Yeah, it is a pretty dope name.
So is Roller One Kenobi.
It is, in fact. Yeah, it looks like
I just don't know. I just don't understand it.
The chat is divided. Yeah, they both seem to the chat seems to think both are due for a push, so they can't really decide who's going to win.
It is. I will agree with the chat with that. It is a little bit harder of a pick than I made it seem, but I'm a Dustin Jackson guy. I'm a Ryan Von Rocket guy too. I've always loved Ryan Von Rocket, but I think it's a Dustin Jackson victory here.
Brian, did you pick Rocket? Who did
yes.
That's what I thought.
Because you can't stop The Rock.
No, you cannot.
Yeah, I believe I said that.
All right. So 5 big matches that we predicted this week. They're getting that card up and running a little better every week since this has came back.
Yeah.
Let's move on to our appearances, starting with OVW's protector, Super Z.
He is going to be getting kittens out of trees.
That's your prediction?
That is my prediction, yes.
All right, I love it. I'm going to make note of it just because.
Okay.
If it does, you get like 50 points.
I better.
You will just go directly to some sort of good consequence. What do you think? So what do we think? Do we think match? Do we think we're going to see his friend Zachary D. Pittman III?
This one's a tough one for me, man. I'm really trying to scrape the bottom of the barrel to come up with something not only that I think is interesting but plausible. I think the most honest to goodness thing that they could do is set him up with a little squash match.
Yeah.
Maybe find one of these big guys, that's lurking around the academy. And, they do a classic kind of little guy, big guy match with him. Super Z comes out on top. I don't know.
Yeah, could very well be.
That's I'll slate that as my guess.
Maybe it'll be somebody like star player Prime Jackson or Boy Toy Troy.
See,
both.
I would have gone with any of those guys, but I don't want to see any of them lose to Super Z.
Well, neither do I. But it's good to get out there and get on TV.
And I don't want to see their characters lose to Super Z either. I think all those guys have got something like kind of locked in, especially star player
we need
Prime.
to talk to those two about their horror picks because it's going to be Halloween soon, and we're working on some special things for the end of the month.
And we'd love to get them back down anyway.
Hope you enjoy. We've got more. I've got more places to send you guys as the month goes on. So I hope the chat room enjoyed the little field trip that we sent them on tonight. He was just trying to give you guys candy. I don't know what the problem was. Why you guys suddenly ran away. I just was wanting to get you guys some Halloween candy. Get you in the spirit.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. Just because, somebody's holding candy doesn't mean that they want to share it. If I have candy, I'm not giving you any.
Yeah, my oral health's already bad enough.
All right, well, let's move on to our next appearance in the form of sudden fan favorites. Beaches and Cream and Crystal White in action on Thursday. Gentlemen, what say you?
They are in action or they're just appearing?
Oh, well, let's see. What does it actually say? Oh, wait.
We have to be sure about this.
Them. Go back
it's
to
like Mr. Horrible.
It does.
No, that's not it.
That is, there they are. There's Beaches and Cream. Now, does that say appearing, Malachi? You've got better eyes than me. Yeah, that just says appearing. So.
Okay.
I'm rolling with my guess from earlier. They're going to be the third and fourth man in a well, I guess it contradicts my guess, but isn't that the fun of the game?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm betting double. I'm betting for the home team and the away team. Beaches and Cream help Team OVW.
I would like for Beaches and Cream to show up in an ice cream truck so we can all have ice cream. And,
for the sake of maybe doing some good content, I don't mind to make bad guesses on here every once in a while. Just saying.
So what was your guess again?
That they will be the third and fourth man against the third man in the OVW. They will help Cal Hero and Cash Flow. They will save Cal Hero and Cash Flow.
I can see that.
Starts as a 2-on-3. They come through the side door.
Yeah.
Or
at the very least, neutralize somebody like Mount Kadeem.
So something like that.
Yeah, something else.
Ice cream truck is your guess, Hines?
I would very much like to see a Beaches and Cream ice cream truck buddy comedy.
Sure. No, that in a larger sense, absolutely. Why don't we? You know what I think?
But for Thursday night, what
I'd love to see is how when you go to baseball stadiums, guys will come around selling ice cream out of like a cooler that they wear around their neck. Like they should get one of those, walk around walk around Davis handing out ice cream, and then bash somebody in the head with the box.
If they walk around and they're wearing one of these boxes around their neck, I'm not going to reach into that box for whatever frozen treat they say might be in there. Just so we're clear, I've seen what's happened in the front row and in front of the commentary.
Things in boxes, yes.
Yeah, so just be mindful and bring some wet naps or some hand sanitizer.
Some hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
It's got alcohol in it. You'll want to kill everything that's in there.
Just make sure they're holding the boxes up here, not down here.
Yeah,
is really what it is. Just make sure. 'Cause with those two, maybe a little popcorn trick action.
Yeah. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Go Google the Lonely Island if you don't know what we're alluding to with a box.
Or don't.
Feel free not to.
Yeah,
let's move on to
two
of our favorites, Tony Evans and Jay De Niro.
Well, speak for yourself.
We certainly love talking about them.
No, I love those guys. Tony Evans, Jay De Niro, big ol' hush. Everybody shut up. Let a champion in this ring. You let a winner in this ring. They come out, cut a big promo. Babyface comes out and interrupts him.
Probably something like that, yeah.
Let's go Tony Bizzo.
We do love Tony Bizzo around here.
Yeah.
Tony, come and see us whenever you can.
Please.
All right. Brian, you just going to join him in that prediction? Ooh, I feel like you got something else. Come on, man, let it flow.
I don't know what it would be, though. I mean, it's probably just going to be a promo in the ring, and then somebody comes in, and yeah. Would there be any reason for them to talk about last week's Amnesty Battle Royal?
I mean, except that they lost it. I don't think anything extraordinary happened to either one of them, really.
Yeah, I didn't think so either. So, I don't know. I think it's just going to be another trip around Hush Street.
Yep.
Hush
Street, USA?
Yep.
Baddest street and quietest street in the whole USA?
That's right.
All right, then let's move on to our penultimate, the next appearance of the Revolution, which is AJZ and Dalton McKenzie, once again with Shannon the Dude sticking in the back of the poster.
Fantastic.
I'll let you go first.
I mean, you just never know with these Revolution guys. I mean, Dalton McKenzie could throw somebody through the ceiling at Davis Arena at any point. And if you think I'm joking about that, go check on social media, because it just happened week before last. He literally threw a guy through the ceiling during a match. So
just glad it wasn't me.
Yeah. My prediction is Shannon the Dude's going to talk a bunch like he always does. He's probably still going to have that dead look in his eyes that kind of creeps me out. I've only seen that a couple times in my life, and I wouldn't recommend
Neither were
it.
good.
Yeah,
Neither were good.
Neither were good, no.
I'm actually, this is where I will slot young Boy Toy Troy and young Star Player Prime into.
I could see that.
And
I could definitely see that tomorrow night.
Those two guys are very, very capable, and they will make AJZ and Dalton McKenzie look like world beaters, and their hope spot will be believable. But that is my guess, and then, of course, AJZ and Dalton McKenzie.
Well, we did just see them face off about a month ago.
I just think in terms of who we have just kind of floating around ready-made teams.
Yeah. They're on. It doesn't seem like there are a whole lot of teams that just come to mind
that
quickly.
Could lose also.
What?
Teams that could lose. Like, you don't want to see Beaches and Cream this early lose to them, right? You don't want to see.
No.
Unless we saw our good old buddies Dysfunction, who are always ready for an L.
I would love to see Dysfunction show up out of nowhere. It is spooky season.
You take Dysfunction. I'll take Star Player Prime and Boy Toy Troy.
I'll take Dysfunction Junction on this one.
All right.
And yes, to Sale, AJZ does do weird things.
Yeah,
he really does.
It says so right there.
He's a strange guy.
Strange cat.
Yeah.
He has a lot of hair.
Yep.
All right. One last thing here in predictions. What do we have to get to?
Let's get to the when the Revolution talks about how they have all the gold. They really don't, even though they now have Shannon the Dude's belt, too.
There is one.
That's gold foiled.
It really is.
It's a chocolate belt.
It really is. It's tasty. The last person we have to talk about is the OVW National Heavyweight Champion, EC3.
My prediction? He's 10 pounds lighter. Oh!
Hey,
Hey.
The mouth on this one. The mouth on this one.
He lost the NWA title, folks. Oh.
I think we'll get a promo.
Okay. I can't see on the graphic up here. Will he be in person?
Returns to Hot Point Davis Arena.
Okay. All right.
Well,
then I will have to update my.
So we're gonna get a promo, and we're gonna get an idea of what happens next. My prediction is EC3 will still be the National Heavyweight Champion by the end of the night, and that he will not be a part of the Revolution by the end of the night.
I think that's pretty well been established once he got the 5-man beatdown.
Right, but
a couple weeks ago.
They also kicked Will Austin out and kicked Shannon out a couple weeks ago. You know, these guys, they're
fickle.
They're fickle.
They wear leather.
But I think that we'll get, by the end of this promo, we'll have an idea of what the future of EC3 is and what the future of the National Heavyweight Championship is. But I have no idea what that idea could be.
Do we think that there's going to be a a reunification of the Overmen. Now that Human Thematum Revolver and Hero of the Day last week. And the week before, kind of.
I would really like to have Adam Revolver continue to breathe and work on this babyface thing.
Yeah, I love this.
Yeah.
We're a year in, and I'm glad to finally see this happen.
And EC3 would really, really bog down, for me at least, bog down the potential of the Adam Revolver babyface run.
So let's not do that.
But I do think we will inevitably see them in tag teams with each other. I do inevitably think that they will interact with each other, but I think that it's for the best for Adam Revolver, the character of Adam Revolver, to be able to spread those wings and fly away from EC3 for a little bit.
Yeah, and if he's flying high enough, maybe he could poop.
So Rose says that we should just dissolve the National. What do you guys think?
Like with what? Like battery acid or something?
Maybe, yeah. Who knows?
That'd be interesting for science.
So that's a very interesting idea. Do I think it's... I think I see where you're coming from when you say it. Is because you say you never see this belt being defended. It's hardly ever there, and it goes to a part-timer. I would say to that is we need to find the right person of the right caliber to have that belt and someone who can be there more often so that OVW fans can see that belt being defended more often, and it becomes less of a second thought and more of a focus. Having said that, that means I don't think they should absolve the belt. I don't think they should retire the belt. They do need to desperately breathe some new life into the belt, though.
All right, gentlemen. Let's get into some of these comments that we've gotten over the course of the hour.
Sure.
Let's do it.
We're just going to forego that last. We're running out of time, so we're just going to forego that.
We are
last
desperately
break
running out of time.
Roger Dorn
Everything must go.
asks, "Did you guys see Cody Rhodes name drop Cal Hero?"
No. Where was that?
So the local Wisconsin CW affiliate, the one that is showing OVW on Saturday nights. Shout out to Wisconsin.
Hello, Wisconsin.
Maybe the weather guy, the sports guy, one of their news team there has been involved with David and all of the Blizzard Brawl and all that.
GLCW.
The GLCW
right on.
Stuff up there. So he's in a battle royal this week, and in a couple of at the I think it's the Blizzard. They have an upcoming event, and he's in it. And he is talking to Cody because SmackDown is coming to Wisconsin in the next couple of weeks. In the midst of this interview, he says, "Look, I'm in this match. I'm with Cal Hero. Can you help me?" And Cody gives him some tips, and does talk about Cal Hero for about 90 seconds.
Wow,
and
that's great.
Has some pretty complimentary things to say about him. OVW keeps coming up places.
There was a point in my life where that would have genuinely made me cry. To see Cody Rhodes talk about a guy that I get to see like Cal Hero.
Yeah.
I'm a lot more emotionally stable and medicated now, so I will not cry. But it still is really awesome. It still is so awesome to see someone on the level of Cody Rhodes talk about Cal Hero. And I mean, Cody's done a great job about always name checking Ohio Valley Wrestling, name checking Al Snow.
Mm-hmm.
Cody's Cody. I really do think that there's an element of Cody Rhodes that what you see is what you get. I think that guy is probably as genuine in real life as he is on screen. So it's really a thrill to hear him name check Cal Hero.
Yeah, good deal.
As I think it was TW3 who first said on our airways, he's himself turned up to 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Uriah Rose says Jungle Gyms is great. I assume you've both. I know Brian, you're from there. It's
yes.
Ohio. It's a Cincinnati staple. Jackman, have you been to Jungle Gyms?
There was a time where I could not go to the Buckeye State without making a special trip to Jungle Gyms.
Yeah,
I'll still go.
It.
But back in the day when craft beer distribution was not as wide as it is now, Jungle Gyms was one of the meccas in this area for
and if you like international foods or you
it's
just
all
like
of them.
it is a fun place to go. It really is.
Lee Miller says OVW love from Maine. Shout out from Maine.
Oh, hey, hello.
We have somebody here who's going to Maine soon. I expect him to die in a Stephen King novel.
Well, let's hope that doesn't happen.
DJ Eric has told us that our shirts are bagged and tagged.
Holla.
So we're going to get our fan zone shirts tomorrow. Thank you, DJ Eric.
And you'll see us here with them soon, Eric.
Yes.
David Higgins suggests that Josh is going to bring back the the Legacy of Brutality and shut down the Revolution once and for all.
I am glad that you brought that up because I've seen a lot of rumblings in the Fan Zone Facebook group. I believe that Jason O'Hara posted something about it, which drew the attention of Isaiah and some other former members of the Legacy of Brutality. I believe that Josh Ashcraft even posted something about 6 or 8 weeks ago that kind of alluded to the fact that we may not have seen the last of the Legacy of Brutality, and I'm looking forward to it.
Well, and if there's anyone in the history of Ohio Valley Wrestling that knows every trick because they performed every trick to stay in power, it's the Legacy of Brutality. And it's an interesting thought to see the Revolution get a taste of their own medicine against someone that can play the game a little bit better than them.
Yeah.
Dalton McKenzie reminds us to buy his merch. He's crushing too many ceilings he's got to pay for.
Hey, I already got a Dalton McKenzie shirt.
Make him my size, buddy. I'll buy anybody's merch if you make
I
it
better
my size.
not. I better not say too much because he will put my arm behind my back and push my face into the hood of a Camaro or something.
So the Revolution people keep saying to see the lot and to join them. Eric Cornish commented that judging by Basham's wardrobe, the lot is a black lot, and there are lava lamps in the background. Yep.
Yeah, I see. Now I know what the whole joke was.
Yeah, that's why I took it, so I could contextualize it. And then Tasali says, I want to see Revolver come Revolver Ocelot and live the MGS gimmick. I have no idea what that means, but it's a comment, and I wanted to say it.
Okay. Well, that is a thing that you said, and we talked about it.
I usually don't get thrown that much for a loop on references. That one really got
no
me.
idea.
That's all pops and buzzes on this end.
Yeah, reach out to us on social media at OVW Podcast. We're on all your favorite social media platforms. Let's do the calendar, gentlemen. We're running short on time right now.
We're desperately running out of time.
So tomorrow, 7 p.m., actually like 6:15, Hot Point Davis Arena. Be there for OVW Rise. It's going to be epic. We'll be there. Yeah, be there, be square. Sunday night, Monday morning, you can look for our review of that Rise in what little thing we call the OVW Podcast, the unofficial podcast of Ohio Valley Wrestling.
Hopefully Monday mornings, sometimes not till later, but
sometimes we have hard weekends, folks, but we're getting it.
Sometimes we have dinner with our aunt and uncle at Country Boy Brewing Tap Room in Georgetown, Ohio, and we have the time of our lives having the
they have one in
Kentucky
Ohio?
There's a Georgetown, Ohio, Georgetown, Kentucky. I'm still full of the Kentucky Hot Brown Flatbread and the Aloha Burger, which was the burger of the month.
Sounds pretty
Highly
nice.
recommend both.
Tuesday's Overdrive.
That's that Hawaiian burger joint.
Yeah.
The early matches from Thursday. Then next Wednesday, we are right back here for Fan Zone Live, where fans talk back. Once again, folks, my name is Tiny Brian. In the orange before you is one man, Brian Hines. In the green flannel before you is a gentleman by the name of Jackman Oaks. Beside me at the controls is one Malachi P.S. Woodard.
Malachi, can you get that predictions thing real quick?
One more time on the... Oh, yeah, look at that.
Thank you.
And I am Tiny Brian, your producer. Victor Anderson is somewhere. And until next time, folks, like,